Hey, it's Michelle Butt, and I'm here with another video about masks. Yeah, it's the thing of this year, and we have to understand how masks are helping us to hone our communication skills and our connection skills and help us in the ability to grow our business by connecting to others. And we also need to know what the mask is telling us about what we can't see and potentially how we can get around those things that we can't see to get the information that we might need anyway. So again, I'm going to don my mask for this video and I'm going to show you what you can't see. So when someone is wearing a mask, what you can't see, now if their hair doesn't cover, then you can still see their ears. That's also valuable. But you can't see the true shape and length of their nose. You can't see their mouth. You can't see truly the shape of their jaw unless someone is wearing a smaller type mask and you might be able to see the jawline and profile. You can't see the mouth and you can't see the chin. Now these are important features. They tell you a lot about how that person moves through the world, how they take care of themselves or others. You are missing valuable wrinkle information to tell you about their history of their emotional state and their ability to connect with others, how they feel in general about the world. When you can't see their chin, you can't tell how willful or stubborn they may be, how tenacious they may be. You can't tell how intuitive they may be. You also can't see any wrinkling there that might tell you how they might be pushing a little bit too hard or what is going on in terms of the lower part of the face. Rear lower cheeks can't be seen either. All very valuable information there if you are trying to work with someone, if you're trying to sell them a product or service and they're wearing a mask. So what do you do about that? Well, nowadays, everyone has a Facebook profile or a picture somewhere on the internet. Chances are if you're meeting up with someone who you are trying to do business with or you're trying to build a connection with, you are going to know who they are ahead of time and you are going to potentially have access to some kind of internet image of them. So my suggestion is, before you go out in public where they will be masked, is that you look at a picture of them online. So their Facebook profile, Instagram, LinkedIn, Google them, anywhere where you can find a picture of their face unmasked, and study that part of the face, especially if you understand facial acuity or you have access to facial intelligence skills. Then you can get an idea as to that person's general emotional set point, their thought patterns, and their life experience impact on their face from a picture. So you have a flavor of who they might be, what their challenges may be, or what their objections may be to your product or service, or how you need to position your product or service for the information that these features that will be covered in a personal interaction won't be able to give you when you're there, but you can get it by looking at a picture. And that is the beauty of facial intelligence and facial acuity sales tactics, because pictures give you information about who someone is, how they've moved through the world, how they think, and how their life experiences have impacted them before you even are in a physical interaction with them. So if you do happen to be in a physical interaction with them and this part of their face is covered, by seeing their face online ahead of time through a picture, you can still get access to the information. Now you can't see those features moving in the moment, so the ability to adjust your stance based on what may show up as they move those features is a little bit hindered by the mask. But still, by researching them ahead of time, you have access to more information than you did or you would have if you didn't. And that's really important. So nowadays, because we are in this place in the world where we are hiding ourselves in an attempt to protect each other from a virus, we are also hindering greatly our ability to naturally communicate with each other in this unconscious face reading way that we have, and in a conscious face reading way that you might have access to with facial intelligence and facial acuity. So what better way to then try to form that, to build that connection again, than to use pictures and facial intelligence knowledge to build a connection that you might not be able to do otherwise in this day and age. So especially when you're selling high ticket, high value things, building a connection, having someone feel really understood by you, building intimacy is very important for someone to hand over huge dollars to you. And even with a mask on, you still have to be able to build that kind of rapport and build that kind of connection and trust. And so you have to start using skills that you might not have thought about using before. You must look at sales a different way. You must look at human connection a different way, because like it or not, for a while, these things are around and we still have to bond with each other to a certain degree in ways that still feel as authentic as they would have been if people weren't wearing those masks. And facial intelligence, facial acuity, folks, that's the way to go. It really is. So if you want to know more, if you are looking to add this to your toolbox of tools, if you're a coach, or to add to your sales skills, then reach out to me, because we have our very first practitioner and coach training coming up very soon. And as always, we have our sales tactics and connection tactics courses available for, and coaching available for you if you just want to use this in your sales ability. The other thing that I want you to remember is that we are built for connection. And so when we put connection barriers in the way of each other, even if it's for a good cause, we have to find workarounds to still connect deeply and authentically with each other. And work like facial intelligence and facial acuity is the way to go. It's the way of the future. And I really hope that you reach out and you want to learn more, because this will change the nature of all of your interactions. So I will talk to you soon. That's all for today. Bye.